Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Monday, and we're going to take a look at a few things. I'd like to start off with um, doing what we've been doing, which is looking at NOAA's 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. And so this is issued yesterday, and basically it's going to be cool to the north, warm to the south. And this just doesn't look good for severe weather um, because you want the heat further in the tornadic alley than this. This is more of a good pattern if you're living in Texas and you like the heat, which I'm sure most of you do in Texas or in anywhere really in the USA. I like the heat, even in Cleveland in the summertime when it's in the 90s. I love it. Anyways, New Orleans, places like Tallahassee, Florida, or Orlando, Florida, even as far south as Miami, Florida, you're going to be above average from May 17th to May 21st. Precip, it's just kind of, nothing organized in terms of like really extreme heavy precip, but there is going to be a band of precip there in the green across this area of the country. Let's go further in the future and see our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. And what you see here is a lot of below normal in the north. And again, it's kind of in the south. I believe it's growing stronger because now it's expanding to the southwest. So I believe we're due for a heat wave pretty soon. I would say early June, we're going to see a heat wave across much of the country. And again, this is May 19th or May 25th. So it's going to be below average for these areas, but remember, below average in these areas, even in these northern latitudes in the summer, which it is almost summer. I'm gearing my mind towards that already mentally, but in the summer, even this isn't really cool weather. It's more so like 60s and maybe some 50s, but I want to take a look at our Jamstack weather model and see if it has come out with its May run yet. Unfortunately, it did not. So let's take a look at our NOAA National Hurricane Center outlook. Our Atlantic is quiet. Our Pacific is quiet. Our CPAC, our Central Pacific, is quiet, although it does have a little marine warning. Basically, a small craft advisory, which means it's for people fishing or whatnot using their, watermobiles, whatever they may be. It says that rough and choppy surf will persist through the week with a slight decrease in surf height. So it's going to be a little bit above, or I'm sorry, not above average, but the surf there is going to be a little rough. Nothing major like when you get a big tropical storm offshore and in Hawaii, you can get some massive waves. Let me tell you, I've seen YouTube vids on that and people riding them. Let me take a look at our Storm Prediction Center forecast. And as you can see, we have a lot of rain here in the southeast. But hey, good news. I just showed you what's going to happen in the future, and that's going to be a lot of warm weather and most likely dry weather because you tend to get warmer and drier as one. They kind of correlate, as does cold and snow. I'll get more into that in the future updates. But so nothing really major here. Although let's see, this is something. Day 4, day 5 could be a potentially big outbreak because when they label it from this far beforehand, then that could mean that this is a potentially big outbreak. So we'll keep our eyes on day 4 and 5, which would be May 16th and May 17th. Taking a look at, wow, I'm just kind of trying to think of what I can muster up here. Let's take a look at our model guidance for North America in terms of the next 2 weeks. And again, I'm going to breeze through this, not really complicate it and analyze it, but just kind of give you the scope of what's happening. So again, nothing much. Again, we do see that rain as NOAA predicted off their site, but nothing major. It's just kind of your normal summer, spring, late springtime rains. nothing major. I'm kind of looking for that kink in the atmosphere that shows me that something will eventually break forth and cause a lot of extremities in the weather. I'm just not seeing it happening right now. Let's see what else we can look at. Let's try Weatherbell and see if any of their models are new and refreshed for this month, and see if they have anything good to share. Nope, this is an old run. Let's take a look at our European weeklies just to see if we have any heat waves in the near future. Again, this is a new run, so that's good news. This is from May 11th, initialized May 11th, so this is from yesterday. Happy Mother's Day, by the way, to all you mothers out there watching this. And let's take a look at our 46-day temperature outlook, and here's where our heat dome, which is essentially what produces heat waves, it's a ridge. This is where it's going to set up. Looking from the European model, this is from in the next 46 days. So it does look like I was right, and a lot of other people were right, that there will be a heat dome building up, much like the summer of 2011, which actually happened towards the end of the summer, not towards the beginning of summer like we're seeing here. Interesting how all weather kind of works out like that. It's cyclical. But anyways, here's our dome of heat in the Midwest. And let's see when that starts to build up. That's what I'm thinking. So let's see when this starts. See when the heat actually. So we're here. I'm just kind of scrolling through this. Let's go even before that. Okay, so like I said, there's going to be a growth in this heat from the south. We saw it in Florida in our 10 to 15 day outlook off NOAA. Then again, it expands to the southwest, and that's what, as I predicted, produces this ridge, this dome of heat in the Midwest. So it's kind of interesting. You can kind of look at it from this perspective. Kind of the heat starts off in the eastern half of the USA, then kind of shrinks down to the southeast, then expands to the southwest, kind of just reinforces itself over there and kind of slides there. And then you see the ridge of heat just kind of, it looks like a dome because it's not moving anywhere. It's really stationed there. But I do expect that to be a concern this summer, so keep that in mind. Heat kills more people than cold does, and this does look to be like a particularly hot summer in this region, in places like Oklahoma, Nebraska. So watch out. I'll leave you with that. That'll be my title for this video, is very hot summer forecasted for the Midwest, especially Tornadic Alley. I believe that will be particularly hot this summer. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. Have a great day. Bye-bye.